What's up, YouTube? So basically, what I'm doing is genius. Okay. So basically, this is now. I'm gonna explain this now. I had 63,000 VC, and I spent it on this build and some accessories. All right. This is the smart part. Okay. We're wearing it's a 1973. We're not number seven, a dominant number seven. Um, we are wearing the 1973, the 1976 jersey, 1973. Puma has got established in 1973. We signed a deal with Puma, and we're wearing some Puma shoes that I made and bought for $7,500. Okay, so RVC, and they look hard. So we're gonna do a go bad, or we can just go stay at the same. Really, the gold could go with anything for me. It could really go with this and pop out. But today, I just wanted to show, like, I wanted to be like very smart and do this, but I'm not. I'm just gonna do the normal one. Yeah. So we're gonna play a game now. This is now, and also I gotta say that my other build, my Jeremiah Beaver build. So basically, I was in my NBA, and then I was like, oh, I want to change how many teams I can control. So I go to the thing, and I thought this was the thing, and you could move over your build. So I tried to move my build. I pressed the build to hold down on the build, and tried to move it over, but it didn't work, and then the build got deleted. So the Jeremiah Beaver build, the 74 overall, would have been the 80 overall if I used the 63,000 by now. Is done. So now now we have Jacoby Houston, 75 overall, that signed deal with Puma. So we're gonna get into a game now. We're gonna play. So we got Jaylen Brown and everything and that old bill, but I tried to make some trades. I think I only finalized one trade. Actually, I don't have. I didn't get to any trade. So basically, this is a very tall team. That's why it's a 90 overall defense and offense wise. Miles Bridges, how tall is he? 6'7". How tall is Larry Nance? 6'8". How tall is me? 7 feet. I know I'm a small forward because I play like a small forward, and I'm not ready for the center role because I can't play that good at the defense at the center role. So Jaren Jackson, 6'10". Giannis, really 7 feet, but 6'11". So yeah, so actually, matter of fact, I'm gonna do that. And for our six man, we got Ty Jerome, Derrick Jones Jr. I want to put him in with Larry Nance. So that's what I'm gonna do because we have a poster on the team, and he'll be the only short person. So it'll be good. He's a 79 overall. We don't want all like all 70 overalls. So I'm gonna do this. He plays power forward and center. He's 6'6". So one day that's gonna change and he's gonna go back to 7. But for now, we gonna do this. So this is our line, and there's some random, yeah, your CPUs. I mean, not all CPUs, but like we got Miles Bridges at the 1. We got Derrick Jones at the 2. We got Jaren Jackson at the 3. We got me at the 4, and Giannis at the 5. Larry Nance at the 6. Ty Jerome at 7. Terrence at the 8. Also at the 9, which he's 7 feet, so he can probably play a good role and get more minutes if I do 7 minutes. But now if I bring up some minutes, take this people's minutes. Tyler Smith, hold on. I'm so confused because I watched this video. I think it's not this guy, but first when I saw this guy, when I just now saw this guy, I thought he was like the guy from the RWE video that they just posted. But he's the person that was in their video was in the league. It was like probably like a rookie or something. But we got Tyler Smith at the 10th. We got Bogdan Bogdanovic at the 11th. I know him. He's really good. Royce O'Neal. I know him from Phoenix at the 12th. And Bogdan at the 11th. Royce at 12. And Andre Jackson at the 13. Charles, I'm gonna skip that. All right. So obviously I'm gonna say the NPCs because these are real players. So, but they're also NPCs. But I'm just say that these NPCs are not getting any minutes. That's all I gotta say. It's only the people that actually are in the NBA, like real players, are gonna be playing on this team. So, but one day, all that the roster will all just be NPCs with only me on it one day. But for now, we got a 28-year-old big point guard, a 29-year-old 6'6" shooting guard. We got a 27-year-old big small forward. And then we got a 21-year-old forward, a big forward, power forward. And we got a 31-year-old that's trying to win a second chip, 6'11" at the center. So basically, I'm just gonna play the game now. I was talking for 7 minutes, 22 seconds. I'm gonna just get into the game, and yeah, pretty much. I'm a mute.
And how about the Bucks, who are showing calm as they come down the tunnel? A team looking for a big night on its home court. Welcome, everyone, to our 2K Sports broadcast. Tonight's game also serving as part of the NBA Cup. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. DA will join us tonight on the sideline. Here's a look now at what's coming up for the Milwaukee Bucks. On Friday, they'll face off against Paul George and the Los Angeles Clippers. Then on Sunday, they'll be matching up with Andre Drummond and the Detroit Pistons.
And that game against Memphis, It's the second game of a back-to-back, and you know they're going to be feeling the effects of it. Playing that much basketball in that short amount of time really takes a toll.
And a look at the starters for the Hornets. They've got Kyle Kuzma. Ivy is out there with LaMelo Ball. Then it's Sharp, and it's Salon in at the power forward. Another NBA season, Clark, upon us. What's the biggest change you've seen since you played?
Well, I think a couple of things. Actually, I would consider these a tie. The ball handling and the three-point shooting of 7-foot guys. And then lastly, maybe the matchup zones defensively are the biggest changes for me.
On the basket by Jones.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now, here's Kuzma. Back to Ball. Here's Salon. Bridges with the board.
No excuses, none. I mean, with the defense non-existent, I mean, he has to connect from there.
To the inside. Here's Giannis. And the dunk by Giannis.
The sheer power of Antetokounmpo goes up and throws it down hard. That is impressive.
The Hornets off to a slow start. 8-point game. Ball finds Sharp. Down low to end the run. And it's blocked by Houston. In the corner, it's Bridges. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
That's the first miss for this offense. They've hit 3 or 4 to start.
Clark, there are some that would say that Giannis Antetokounmpo is the best player in Milwaukee Bucks history. Others might say Lou Alcindor. What do you say?
Hey, pump the brakes on that Giannis. I love the Greek Freak. And I tell you, Kareem is my guy. I would tip my hat there, but I certainly understand why others would say Giannis. I'm going to hang my hat with Kareem.
Ivy against Jones. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
And using that quickness to maneuver around the paint that time. What a play from Ivy.
Pass to Jones. Always going up for the alley-oop here.
Oh, can I get a load of that one? Take that play and put it in the alley-oop textbook, boys.
Perfectly done. You're right. He put it on a platter for him.
And a nice touch on the finish.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. The Cobra in the last game against the Raptors put on a show. He dropped in 55 points, and he was really dialed in from three-point land, making a lot of long ones. An amazing performance. Probably won't see a night like that anytime soon. Kevin?
Thank you, David. You're right. He was a one-man wrecking crew in that one.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same attitude tonight.
Yeah, you know, every night's different. They may try to double him, might force him to adjust, or force him to make plays with the pass instead. We'll see.
And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Larry Nance is checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Bogdanovich comes in for Jaren Jackson. Davis is checked in for Derek Jones. And it's Ty Jerome in for Miles Bridges. And a switcher also for Charlotte. Smith checked in for Ball. Now here is Smith. Turned in an outstanding game against Atlanta.
Boy, he's got to be disappointed in the result there. I mean, the defender really didn't make any impact at all.
Drains the three-pointer.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
And then Sharp with the dunk.
Get out of his way.
No way the D was going to slow him down.
Not that time. He was determined to get those points.
Now, here's Bogdanovich. 46 seconds left in the first quarter. Count it.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tough.
Oh,
my
great.
goodness! That was special.
It's like Ivy has that sixth sense of where his teammates are on the floor.
On our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you just saw an explosive highlight.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now.
Well, you know what? You don't want to do too much to get an opponent riled up. You got to be mindful of that.
And in terms of size, not your typical center, but man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific leaping ability. Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Bogdanovich against Kuzma. The rebound by the Bucks. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
Yeah, and with most of the arena against them, they just banded together and trusted one another to...
Doc Rivers has called a timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. We've got the Cobra. Bogdan Bogdanovich is out there with Antetokounmpo. Then there's Miles Bridges. And it's Jones in at the two-guard spot. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Last outing for Charlotte, they won that game against Atlanta. Here's Houston. Ivy defending. Giannis outside. Drives to the hoop. Antetokounmpo will not be denied on that drive. And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for the Bucks.
Well, you know, they've been aggressive on the defensive end, and it's paying off for them. Quite a few takeaways for them in the early going.
And one other thing that stands out, all the block shots. I mean, staying up in their jerseys tonight.
Smith checked in for the Hornets. Analytics or the eye test? The optics or the numbers in front, Greg? When you're judging the performance of a player, what kind of criteria do you use?
Well, an MVP candidate recently said, my eye test tells me this guy's a terrible defender, but the analytics tell me he's a great defender. I'm confused, and I often feel the same way.
Handling the ball like a guard, Giannis has become very proficient at doing damage with the pass.
Pass to Salong. Smith outside. Nice pass in here by Charlotte. Here's Sharp. Milwaukee with the rebound. And this is the first time matched up with the Hornets this season.
And they dropped the season series to these guys a year ago. Not their proudest moment.
A team that, on paper, they expect to beat. Great teams take care of business against the bottom feeders. We'll see if they can handle that end of the bargain here tonight.
There's a minute left to play here in the second quarter.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Now, here's Ivy. His last outing, we saw him pour in 22. They need this. Kept alive. Pass to Salong. Here's Smith. Sharp sets the pick for Smith. Charlotte no good that time either. Milwaukee leading by 15. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Bridges passes to Houston. Now here's Antetokounmpo. 6 to shoot. Lays it up off the glass. Giannis has got his third basket of the night.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
And dropping the sledgehammer there, he curbs a 10-0 run by the Bucks.
And so it's Milwaukee. Their lead at 15 going into the break. They've excelled in the open court. Their transition game has allowed them to build this healthy lead. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
Hello, everybody. Maybe a bit of a surprise in this one, but what a fantastic first half we witnessed for the Milwaukee Bucks.
Well, to be honest, a good shot for one person may not be a good shot for you. Each guy on this team has to understand his limitation and play to their strengths.
Self-awareness, an important trait. All right, let's turn now to take a look at how the Eastern Conference is shaping up.
And a look here now at the Bucks. Even if they're not the team we thought they'd be, they haven't completely come off the rails. Still plenty of time left. With all this talent, I can see them turning it around real fast. How fast? That fast.
And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Setting the floor for the Hornets. Ball out there with Ivy. Then it's Sharp. Then there's Kyle Kuzma. And it's Salon in at the 4 slot.
What nice timing on these jumps. He's somewhat on the small side for a power forward, but he just never gives up.
Giannis high post. There's Giannis with the slam.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Scooped up. There's Jackson with the 3. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Kuzma outside. Back to Ball. Unloads. Rebounded by the Bucks. Houston's got 4 rebounds in this game. Left side Jackson. And he converts the layup. Jackson's got 9 points.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Here's Ball. And Ball slams it in.
Among the best ball handlers in the league for sure. LaMelo right to the rack.
Oh, and there's the alley-oop.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah.
I tell you what, I think the pass was even better. I mean, that was room service delivery at its finest.
Pass to Ivy. To the middle. Here's Sharp. And then Sharp with the dunk.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking.
Well, I tell you what, he loaded up as much power as he could behind that two-hander.
And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. A different look for Milwaukee. Nancy's checked in for Antetokounmpo. Terrence Davis comes in for Jones. And it's Ty Jerome in for Bridges. And Jackson gets it to go.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Ivy up top, started by Davis. Ivy with the bucket. Ivy's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
And that's a testament to Ivy's strength. Remarkable job converting through the contact.
And then slams it in.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Here's Ball. 10 points for him. Inside, here's Sharp. Tries again. Rejected by Houston. To the paint. Here's Jackson. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Jackson's got 9 points in the quarter.
Oh, aggressive move from Jackson. He's always willing to mix it up inside.
Inside, Sharp. It's blocked.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, when you look at the draft, it seems talent evaluators have a type. Ron James says our league is always hungry for potential. That's the whole focus of the lottery. It makes sense that those guys who are taken 16 through 30 are on real contending teams and making impacts. Of course, Kevin, everybody wants to draft the next LeBron. Good luck with that.
Or work with the next David Aldridge, a Hall of Famer. David, thank you. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. Sharp's got 14 points. Jerome passes to Houston. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Back to Davis. Outside for Jackson. Shot clock at 6. Over to the wing. And another 3 for Milwaukee.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on it.
Ball feeling it out a bit. Sharp on the wing. No good with the triple.
You know, he's not a knockdown shooter from there, but when you're that uncovered, you almost are forced to take it.
Houston, the pass to Nance. Here he goes. Banked in off the glass. Nance has got 4 points this quarter.
Yeah, this league is in good shape when you talk about guys like Nance. The consummate role player does everything that's asked of him.
Ball no good.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the chart.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
It's been all about Jaren Jackson for the Bucks. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard. Put the pass right on the money.
Terrific versatility coming from a big man. Not something that the majority of big guys possess.
The switch here.
It's all you, MP.
I'm gonna say it. I need to up the minutes so players actually get the amount of points they actually have. Like, I need to get that updated.
And chance shots, and the layup is up and is
just a grinder. Always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass, and that's one of the things he brings to the table.
We've got Davis. Also Miles Bridges out there. The Cobra out there with Jones. And it's Iguodala in at the power forward position. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. And it's Davis with the ball for the Bucks. And that one's good. Iguodala.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
And forget about finesse. This big fella's all about the power.
With the drive and the turnover again by Milwaukee. Ivy's checked in for the Hornets.
Number 23.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. To the inside. Here's Sharp. And then Sharp with the dunk.
Yeah, LaMelo relishes every chance he gets to drop a dime like that.
Pass to Houston. Down low. Jones kicks to Davis. Here's Houston. Defended by Sharp. Davis gets the screen from Houston. And that one's good by Davis.
He's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Yeah, especially with the score being what it is. I mean, you got to tighten it up on D.
Clark, I've always heard that every team when on the road will have a team dinner.
You know, that's typically a practice that most teams employ, and those dinners are memorable, especially if the food is good. But more than the food, I think, is the camaraderie and the bonding that takes place when you break bread together, coaches and players.
Bogdan Bogdanovic, he's checked in for Derek Jones. 1:51 left in the fourth quarter of this one. To the middle, outside for Davis. Here's Houston, defended by Sharp. Shot clock at 2. A 3 from Bogdanovich. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Pass to Sharp. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Milwaukee.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And so with this win, they'll move to 6 victories on the season.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
The stats tell us that the winner of the first game is a big favorite to come out on top in the overall series.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for the Cobra.
Well, you have to marvel at how well he picked apart that defense repeatedly. Found the right guy in the right spot at the right time.
Outside, Davis. Here's Houston. Great look there, but off target. Ivy with it. Now guarded by Bogdanovich. Kuzma outside. And once again off the mark by Charlotte. Here's Milwaukee now. Down low. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
And I think they can start that celebration right now. I mean, what a terrific team victory.
Sharp with a screen on Davis. They get it back. Ball kicks to Ivy. Pass to Salon. So no problem for Milwaukee as they get the win. And this is their first win of the group stage after losing their first 2 games.
And as it stands, it's going to be difficult for them.
Another game, another win. Back to work tomorrow. Quiet out there tonight.
Alright, that's the debut of new number, the new shoes, new hairstyle, and new stuff. New overall 75 overall build. And that's the update and everything. Well, that's the debut. And now, next video, you will see me dominate against the Clippers. Peace.